All right, we are outside again with the dogs, and we have Bauer and Artie and the other rest of the gang out here. I want you to see something. Look at Artie playing. So Artie, as you see, is totally off leash. Bauer is right here next to me. And we're just gonna go walking around here. I'm try to stay in frame and see just how the dogs are doing, how I control them, but how I also let them have freedom. But also I want them to listen, and it's not just crazy time all the time. So this is how you kind of establish your dominance over the dog, but also give them freedom so they enjoy the rules and boundaries that you set. So we're just going to walk out here by the trees. You're probably not going to be able to hear me. Matter of fact, I know you won't, but you can kind of just observe. So right now I want to call Artie to me. Artie, good girl. And all I'm doing is using the vibration on the collar. She's having fun. She never would play with the other dogs, and now she's loving it. Come on. Come. Artie, come. Good girl. Oh. Good. Good dogs. You have no idea how happy it makes me to see Artie out here just being a normal dog. Before, come here, baby. Sit. Before, she wouldn't even let me reach over the top of her head to pet her. Now she can't get enough of it. Luckily, she is starting to go out of her heat cycle, so she's not so wound up with weird hormones. So that does help. And I'll tell you something, I did a lot with Artie, was just a lot of face touching. Face touching, food. If she pulled away, I didn't let her. I'd grab her collar and pull her toward me and scratch behind her ears. Too many times owners have dogs, the dog's scared of something or doesn't like something. You know, I can understand that if that something is, something that's going to cause them pain or discomfort, of course they're not going to like that. But when all I want to do is reach out, pull your collar toward me, and put a leash on you, there's no reason to freak out. So it's just do that over and over and over again until she gets used to it. And now I can grab her by the collar. Sit. Sit down. Sit. Good. And I can even put some tension on it and tell her to sit. There was if I would have done that when she first got here, she would have freaked out and she would have been terrified. She would have been biting at me, everything. Come on. So another thing that almost all these dogs do is once they start learning how to walk off leash, they get so glued tight to my side that it's uncomfortable to walk with them because they're constantly pushing against my leg and kind of trying to make me go this way when I want to go this way. So owners, you need to practice just walking in a straight line and walking with a little authority and stepping strong. Don't let them push you around on the walk. They'll learn to stay out of your way. You don't worry about staying out of their way. Come on. See how I'm giving them the old nudge over to the left there? This is why these dogs don't jump on me, because just doing simple things like that, they learn to respect my space. I'm not yelling at them. I'm not pushing them down. No, no, stop, no. If they start jumping on me, I'm going to do the same thing I'm doing when we're walking and they're bumping into me. I'm going to walk into them and claim my space. That's how they start to learn how to respect you. And so many people misconstrue when I say your dog needs to respect you, that does not mean that you need to beat your dog's ass. That is not at all what I'm saying. I'm saying you need to carry yourself in a way that demands respect. Just like that, when we're walking, if they're bumping into me, I'm gonna bump back. You cannot be a pushover. I don't care if it's a 3-pound dog or a 165-pound Great Dane. You have to be able to show your dog that you're the boss. And I know there's a lot of controversy over that topic, but it's just the way it is. They're animals. If you have a pack of dogs and one of them gets mad, they're not going to be like, hold on, I need to go get the bag of treats and I'm going to try to solve this in a nice, positive way. No, you have dog fights. So, and the way I keep dogs from fighting around here is with the remote collar. If they start getting too rough and I can tell people or dogs are getting irritated with one another, then I put a stop to it with that remote collar, and they know that there's no reason to be jockeying for dominance among the pack because I'm the head chief. But you can do it in a way that's subtle and not mean. So like right now, if this dog was scared of me, Artie, good dog. If this dog was scared of me, she would have came up to me with her head down. But they trust me. And you've got to build that trust. So with Artie, it's not a lot of commands. It's learning how to live in a different way. Because I know before she would bark, she would growl if a stranger walks up. But she's a big dog. Any big dog starts doing that, that person's going to back up. Well, when you combine that fearful, anxious behavior that she has, and then she learns how to back up a person that isn't even a threat, but she sees them as a threat. If she starts acting aggressive and that person's like, whoa, 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 well, then you just reaffirmed what she was thinking. In her head, she's thinking, see, that worked. Now I'm not scared anymore. So it becomes a habit. So I know a lot of people don't want to do that. And I don't really want most people to just walk up to any strange dog that's barking at them. But I will say 8 out of 9 times, or 8 out of 10 times, it's a bluff. And if you just stand there and stand your ground, and they see that they're wasting energy on this whole thing, and you don't even need to make eye contact. You can sit there, look off this way, but just don't move away. But don't become a threat. Don't like hover over the top of them or anything, but just stand there like you don't care how big of a temper tantrum they're throwing. You're not gonna move. And at first, when you start doing that, like even when I started doing it, I would get like, I was nervous. I was like, this dog's gonna eat me, this dog's gonna eat me. But then when you start feeling more confident and standing there with some confidence, then they see that and they back off. Look at this. Does that look like a dog that's unhappy? She's getting to stretch her legs and run. So even in the midst of all that, Artie, come here. Good girl. Good girl. Come here. Bauer. Good. Good. Come here. Bauer. Come here. Good. Nope. Nope. Artie, come. Good girl. Good girl. Good. Now you didn't see that, what happened behind the camera there, but it was beautiful. My son was going up the driveway and my dogs take off running after him to go see him. And these dogs stayed with me even though 3 other dogs bolted. That was awesome. That's exactly what I wanted. And Artie, look at her. She's standing here with confidence. Totally different dog. Bauer, he's like just chilling. All right. Well, we'll do another video tomorrow. We'll probably do some more just obedience commands and that kind of thing tomorrow. Today for the dogs was more just controlled socialization and letting them kind of have their own day, but also under some rules and regulations type thing. But that was great. When the other 3 dogs took off running and Bauer and Artie stayed right with me, beautiful, loved it. All right, we'll see you on the next one. Toodles.